Hey, how are you? This is Steve Hubbard. I'm with Worldwide Webmasters, and I wanted to put together a video analysis for you so we can look at your website, look what's going on, see what we could do to improve it, and make some suggestions, and hopefully put you in the right path to get better results. Now, you looked at this web page and this web page. These two web pages are the ones that you sent me. This one's buried. You're mentioning this one's coming up on the page 6 of the search engines. So let me start out by talking to you a little bit about how a website analysis works, especially if you're looking for search engine optimization. Now, when you're looking at search engine optimization, you have to consider the visitors and the traffic that comes to your website. So let's say that your website was optimized, and once you get a visitor to your website, you have to kind of consider, is your website competing with the competition that's out there? Is your website giving it the look and feel that you want it to for a visitor to come to your web page? Because a typical visitor that comes to any website, their attention span is about 2 to 3 seconds because they get click happy. They'll either click off of your website or they'll be engaged in your website and click through to your website. So you want to make sure that your website is very pleasing, laid out properly, and comparable to the competition that's out there. So we want to look at the design elements first, and we want to make sure that before you even think about search engine optimization, that your website is looking the part first, so that when someone comes to your website, you're increasing the user engagement and the user interactivity and getting those conversion rates up. So let's just take a look. I did a quick little search. Pest Control San Antonio. Okay? Because that's one of the areas that you want to focus on. Pest Control San Antonio. And so when I did the search, I came up with this website and this website. These are your top competitors for that search engine or for that keyword. So if you look at their websites here, they got a nice fave icon up there. It looks like a little bug. And a fave icon is just something that helps you remember. Like if you see these fave icons up here, helps you remember when you save this to your bookmark. It sort of identifies the brand of as far as where you want to go back to. So if I wanted to save this in my bookmark, I'll know that I was looking at a pest control website the other day because I was looking for pest control, and I could find that little bug to help me find that particular website I was looking at. Now here's another website too. Again, has a fave icon, and that's not the main parts. I'm just going from top to bottom as far as the design elements. But you could see the structure of the website, okay? So you have to say to yourself, if a visitor comes to your website, and let's say that you were actually on the top of the search engines with these companies here, and the visitor comes across this website, and then comes across this website, and then comes across this website and this website, odds are that your website is not competing with the competition. And so they may not, they probably won't go to your website, and they'll go to your competition. So you have to work on the design elements of your website and get that working so that you're encouraging user engagement once they get to your website, and capturing that 3 seconds to work inside your website versus outside your website. So those are some things that I see here that are extremely different as your competition. You have to be able to compare with the website with your competition, and it has to be marketable to your competition. You have to compete properly. And right now, we need to step up our game in regards to the design elements in order for you to be able to go, get to that level. So let's take a look at, your competition. Let's see what's going on with them and see, why they're so successful. You can see some of the design elements here. Okay, right out of the gate, I got coupons, blogs, nice little top navigation. Then I have a header here, phone number. Everything's organized, easy for me to understand. If I contacted these people and I was looking for pest control, I could see right now they have a BBBA rating. They got all these satisfactions. These things right here are pleasing and make me feel comfortable about this company. I can contact them real quick. They have this little plugin here because this is for search engines, serving San Antonio and the surrounding areas. And it's very simple, easy to follow, nice navigation, nice slider. So you see this slider here. And this right here is called to action, get started. Very simple, very easy. I'm looking for pest control. It looks really nice. I trust this website. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And that's what they're doing. So they just captured my 3 seconds right away, just by engaging me with the design elements. Now, if I feel good about this website and I'm having a good time, I'm going to probably click through and see some of the other slides. And if I'm interested in organic pest control, now you've captured my attention. Now I'm interested in going inside the website. Locally owned, invested, they're using all the proper heading tags. You can see everything's laid out and organized. I can go to pest control, tree, lawn development, human wildlife, cockroach, bed bugs, mosquitoes, wasp control, ant control, termites. I got all these areas, customer reviews. So this website is hitting all the elements that I would need for a visitor to be able to be engaged and interact with the website, increasing their conversion rates. So before you even think about search engine optimization, you need to think about your design first. Because when someone comes to your website, you want to be able to capture their attention versus getting them moved off. Now, you have to also understand that your website is the first impression that people come across. So if you say, hey, go to my website, and they go here, and it's like, well, I was just looking at these guys, and they looked a little bit more on top of their game. I'm going to be working with these guys. And just so you know, it's not too difficult to get you on track. You know, what you're doing is you're using a GoDaddy, probably a GoDaddy. It looks like GoDaddy because they're typical for this left side Facebook and Twitter, social media connection tool. So this looks like GoDaddy plugin. I think it is GoDaddy. Let's see, usually has, there we go. Website builder right there. This is a GoDaddy website builder. So what you're trying to do is you're probably trying to cut some corners, save a little bit of money, and build this website on your own, which is, you know, ideal. However, the design elements are there to capture information for a user. Now, that's the first thing that needs to be addressed. We need to upgrade your look and feel and upgrade your website so that it's capturing user engagement and capturing more attention when a visitor comes to your website. We want to draw them in, give them things that's going to give them call to action, please them with what they're seeing, get them excited about what they're seeing. So that's the first thing that we have to address. This navigation, you can see, look how it runs into the header over here, and it's just on the left-hand side. This isn't good at all. This is going to look like the website is still under construction, or maybe someone didn't know what they were doing when they built this website. And I'm not saying these things to rag on you at all. I'm just giving you my professional opinion based on what I've been able to accomplish for other companies and just some basic website design and SEO 101, looking at the competition and adjusting what we need to do. So I mean, there's a lot of design element flaws here that we need to work on. You have some things that look good. You have a video here. You have contract, absolute no contract required. So that's something that we want to keep. So the thing that you need to do is upgrade the websites. Both of these websites actually need to be upgraded. And we need to talk about what you like about what you have so far and what we need to do to bring it to something a little bit more like this, or maybe something a little bit more laid out. Now, if you can see on this website here, this one is also, you look how they organize their social media up top, their phone number. I can easily contact them, which, by the way, this is not a good idea for you to put your actual email out there like that. I can purchase a program, software program that will allow me to go to websites that have their emails out here like this, where I can capture that and then start spamming them. So, you know, if you redesign your website, you probably want to put something that says more like email us today, and then link it, or email us here and then link it, hyperlink your email to it. But the design elements here are still organized, laid out nicely. Nice little interaction going on here. Like these logos and certificates down here. Angie's List. So they're making me feel good. You know, I can schedule an appointment right here. So automatically, I have 3 seconds. I'm coming here. I see it. It looks organized. I trust them. I'm going to put my information here. I'm going to scroll through, see all these Angie Lists, all these certificates. And I'm going to be like, all right, let me schedule an appointment. Or I might just, you know, scroll through their website and click through their website. So now your conversion rates are increasing because you're getting me to click into your website now. And that's what you want to do. So these top competitors, I didn't even look at the other competitors. That was enough for me to kind of get an idea of where we need to be. And it's not too difficult to get you to that level. We just need to pick out a really nice, beautiful template, customize it, organize it a little bit better with your brand, and make it look nice and beautiful. So that's one thing that we want to do. Now, let's touch a little bit on the SEO, for example, so that we can kind of get an idea of what we need to do there as well. First of all, we're going to have to take a little bit closer look at your competition, see what they're doing. I have a tool here that kind of gives me some insight on the search engine optimization audit of your page, of any page, but this is just the home page for right now. And this kind of gives me an idea of what needs to happen, what errors you're coming across that are hanging up the search engines from pulling your website up. So right now we got 4 errors, okay? Some of the basic things, URL, okay, which is nice. You did a good thing. Pest control in the actual URL, that's a good thing, especially if that's one of your keywords you're trying to use. I like what you did on this one because you have San Antonio, or you have San Antonio, Pest Control San Antonio, so you got that in there. So that's more targeted to the geographical location, so that's always good. But let's look at this one, and then I'll look at the other ones to show you what the design elements. Now, keywords. These keywords don't matter anymore. So I have a video that I can send you on my website. Let me just see here. Let me just go to my website real quick. Okay. So if you go to my website, you just go here, and I put a video up here right from Google. Okay. Does Google still use meta tags and keyword meta tags and website ranking? So go here, click on this, and then watch the video. It's going to explain a lot of information for you so that you understand, you know, does Google still use keyword meta tags in the web ranking? Now, I could save you some time from watching it, but it's also good to watch it just so you can get education. But basically, no, they don't use it anymore. What was happening is a lot of people were abusing the keyword meta tag. And what they were doing is they were stuffing what's called keyword stuffing, which is what you're doing right here. This is keyword stuffing. You're stuffing a bunch of keywords in there, and it started confusing the search engines because it wasn't organized. It's just a bunch of information that you're hoping to get tagged for on search results, and the algorithms for the search engines just started dropping you and getting confused, and it wasn't producing any quality results. So they eliminated this in their algorithms altogether. Meta tags in this area do not work at all. So there's no point in putting anything in here. What you want to do is you want to zero it down to, you want to think about your top 10 keywords that you want to use, okay? And then you want to zero that down to the top 3, and then you want to zero that down to the top 1 keyword, one being your pest control in San Antonio pest control, using those variations. Now, what you do is you take those top 10 keywords that you have and you salt and pepper them throughout the content of your website. So the content being the text on your website that explains information. Now, what's wrong with this website right here is that there is no text on your website of a paragraph or 2 with heading tags that a search engine can look at and be like, okay, this information is coming up with results based on pest control because it has paragraph or 2 talking about what pest control is and information about pest control. So that right there is a lot of things that are happening here. Um, well, that's just one thing that search engines are looking at that they're not getting out of your website, which is probably why they're dropping it. Um, so, and plus the design elements. So just as I can look at this and get confused, a search engine will look at the code and be like, wait a minute, this doesn't work well, and they're going to get confused as well. You do have the Home Advisor, you have the Thumbtack Top Pro. These are all good things to post on your website, but we want to organize it a little bit better. Let's just keep going down here. Now, images, alt attributes. Now, this is important because alt attributes, if you look at this right here, this is w3school.com, and it talks a little bit about different HTML codes and things that you can do. But this I use because I want to show you what an alt attribute is. Unlike humans, a search engine cannot look at a image and know exactly what it is because they don't have eyes. So what do we have to do? They have to rely on the code, and the code is going to tell them what it is. So this part of the code is going to say, search engine, you're looking at an image. And this part of the code is saying, search engine, this is where the image is located on the server. Now this is important because it's going to also tell the search engine how large the image is and how long it's going to take to actually download the image, which could be another factor in search engine optimization as far as your speed is concerned. And then alt attribute, which is the most important part of this, is where you want to stick your keyword in regards to what the image actually is. So this tells the image, this says search engine, this is what the image actually is. Okay, so we want to be able to use this alt attribute as a way to stick a keyword in there. Because if you look at a Google search, okay, you could find Google search, they search by maps, they search by shopping, they search by e-commerce, Google Maps, they search by news, which is blogs or press releases. You got videos, which is YouTube channels and other YouTube-like channels and videos. And you also have images, books, and flights. So these are the areas that YouTube or search engines will search for. So you want to make sure that all these areas that pertain to your website are optimized with the keywords that you're looking to work for. So that's another thing, is that you don't have alt attributes. Now, text to HTML ratio. Well, we've already determined which one is this. This is the Preston Pest Control. So let's take a look at this one real quick. Okay. So if we look at this, what they're saying by the HTML ratio is that there's hardly any text on here. So if you look at these competition websites here, you can see all this text. You see this text right here? Little blurbs of information clunked together, not overwhelming you with a lot of information, but they're giving you information that they're actually salt and pepper and some keywords in here. So salt and pepper Antonians. Let's just see here. Pest control. So in this paragraph right here, they have pest control, San Antonians. Okay. Let's look at this paragraph right here. What do they got? Antonians, extermination control, wildlife removal services. Those are all keywords, and then also San Antonio's #1 choice for pest extermination. So they're salt and pepper their keywords inside these paragraphs. And so now the search engine is going to come across this website and be like, wow, this is probably a website that we want to put for pest control, because it's talking all about pest control and things that are like pest control throughout the content on this homepage. And I guarantee you that this image right here is probably, well, let me just get out of that. Has an alt attribute. Let's just take a closer look. I'm just curious now. So here we are, and okay, see, look at this alt attribute. Just as it is, contact Apple Pest Control today. So they got that pest control in that as a keyword, but that's the alt attribute. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Now let's take a look at this image here. Pest control San Antonio. See what I'm saying? This is what they're doing. This is what we need to do as well on your website. Let's take a look at this image here. Now look at this. So this image is about tree and lawn development. So here we go. Alt attribute, tree and lawn care San Antonio. Okay, this one's human wildlife removal. Let's take a look at that one. Okay, wildlife removal San Antonio. So they're organizing their alt attributes as well as the on-page information as far as the content is concerned. Let's take a look at one more. Alt attribute, cockroach extermination. So this is pleasing the search engines enough for them to be like, wow, let me put you up to the top of the search engines because you're saying all the right things when someone searches for pest control or other things in regards to those type of keywords. So that's something that we need to accomplish as well, and we need to add some alt attributes. So let's go on and move on with this one, and also this one's a big one. This one's huge. This one concerns me because Google just updated their algorithms last year, in the beginning of last year. And their algorithms are basically saying, the new parts of the algorithms are saying, if your website's not mobile compliant, then you're not going to be considered for search results. So we'll get you out there on the web where someone can find you, but when someone searches for you, we're just going to drop you because you're not complying to mobile devices, because a lot more people are using their mobile devices to search for websites. So they have to create their algorithms in a way to it pleases mobile devices as well. So if your website's not mobile friendly, you're going to get dropped. That's just part of their algorithm. So you have a lot of things that's working against you in that regard. And we already talked about the fave icon. You see that fave icon right there? We talked about that. These are all the basic things that search engines will look at to either hurt your website results or increase your website results. So these things need to be fixed. All of them need to be fixed. So we need to fix that. Now that was based on Preston Pest Control. And so now let's take a look at, let's see, this is Preston Pest Control. This is the Gmetric website that I use to show, to kind of give me an idea of the speed of the website and what needs to happen to increase the speed a little bit better. Right now, because if your website doesn't have the proper speed, then you could forget about it. Your website's not going to get pulled up. They're going to drop you. If you're making it harder, if your website content is making it harder for search engines to actually go through your website, then it's going to be difficult for you to kind of get anywhere as far as a search result is concerned. So here's what it's coming back with. You have a C and an E. You should have at least a B or higher, okay? And you don't have to strive for an A plus or an A. Just as long as it's a B or higher, you're in the green light. So right now you need some work on your page speed and your Y-slow. Look at the fully loaded time. The average time is 8.7. Yours is 11.6. The requests, the average number of requests is 86. Yours is 134. So it's way off. Well, I wouldn't say way off. I've seen a lot worse, but your Y-slow is not looking so good. But you got parsing of JavaScript. You know, we need to work on that. And what's great about Gmetrics is that it tells you exactly what you need to do. So you could actually go to a web developer and say, hey, can you fix this for me? And they should be able to at least adjust some things. Now, leverage browser caching. This needs to happen as well. There's areas in here, connect to Facebook, Google. So we need to cache this in the browser. Server resources from consistent URLs, optimized images. This one actually holds you back. Your images need to be optimized. They need to be compressed. They're not compressed. And what that means is you could put it into a editing program, compress them, and then upload them. And you also want to make sure that the sizes are also going to be the size that it's putting it on, not scaling it down. For example, I don't want a huge site that gets scaled down by code into the website. I want to actually make sure that if it's going to be scaled down to a certain size, that I'm uploading that same size, so it doesn't work to try to scale that image down, if that makes any sense. Then you have this right over here. Look at all these areas. You got some F's into expires headers. So the website is not looking good in regards to the speed is concerned. So we need to work on that as well. So the speed, and then the basic SEO audit, and then we can work on major internet marketing to kind of really boost up the flavor of the website results. So that is the SEO, basic SEO for that. That's our starting point for this one. Now let's look at the pest control. Same things really are going on with this one as far as not having all the elements that you're going to need to kind of please the search engines in here. Let's look at the SEO analysis here. Again, we have keyword stuffing, which it doesn't really matter what you're putting in here because it doesn't matter anymore. Some alt attribute issues, text to HTML ratio, a schema.org. So this is just a tool here to kind of give the structure of the data for Google to actually understand it a little bit better and organize your information a little bit better. So this could be easily accomplished with just some basic coding. Now, again, here's your mobile compliance, again, coming up with a tag. That's not a good thing at all. And then you have your Google Analytics. This one's not being analyzed by Google, but you do have a fave icon up here, which is nice. So you're sort of in the same boat, and these are some of the main reasons why you're really not getting found, and your conversion rates are probably extremely low. And so, you know, everything that I just mentioned is the reasons why you're having such a bad time with the search results. And all these things can be fixed. You just have to put together a plan, which we can help you put together a plan. We could help you put together a nice, a beautiful website for both of these websites. And we can also help you put together a nice SEO, search engine optimization plan as well. But let's take a look at the performance on this website. So you got a B on the page speed, which is really good. Okay, so that's not a problem. You have a C on the YSlow. Not a lot really that needs to be adjusted here. There are some things that we can use, such as Cloudflare for speed. I recommend you go to this website, explore it, take a look around. But basically, these are the things that Cloudflare offers: performance, security, reliability, and insight. So I use Cloudflare a lot on a lot of my websites and my website as well. Actually, we have several websites we actually use this on. And what it does is it helps you with the page speed, and it helps you with the security. So it's a really, really nice tool that we use. And all you do is you connect your name servers from your domain to here, and then they mask your website, and then they help protect it so that when anyone's attacking your website, they're actually not attacking your website, they're attacking the masked website that they're going to. So this is a really good tool to use, and it's something that I highly recommend. So definitely go here and kind of take a look at what it does, and there's some videos on here that you can watch that video there to kind of get a better idea. But that's what we need to do here on both of these websites. Now, the goal is to be to be marketable and competable to the competition that's out there. Okay, so that's what the major goal is. Now, once we can get those steps up, we can put together a plan for you. You know, the first plan is to actually get a proper looking website, and the second plan is to go ahead and put together an SEO strategy, integrated marketing plan. So the SEO strategy, and I'm not sure if you're already connected with Webmaster Tools, but we need to connect you with Webmaster Tools. I did see that you have analytics, so we need to continue that. Google keyword analysis, we need to figure out, you know, what are the best keywords to go after. We don't want 101 keywords. We just want, you know, about 10 good keywords that we want to focus on. And then you could add more on there, but you just want to, you know, bring it back and it's focus on the small parts, and then you could build on it later once you get the first things accomplished and mastered. Then you have the meta descriptions and the titles and images and things like that we want to be able to optimize as well. We want to customize the keywords, spread them out throughout the web page. Micro formats, that's going to take care of that that schema markup that you had an error on. SEO plugins, you know, that will help us keep the search engine optimization in check, and also Google XML sitemaps. These are most of these things you already have. So we'll just look at those, tweak them, and continue that process. But if we create a new website for you, or if you get a new website created, and maybe not from us, but maybe from somebody else, then these are some of the areas that you have to reorganize once you do that, so you can let Google know that you've updated some things. Once that's completed, then you want to have a monthly plan, and this is just a 3-month plan, just to kind of give you an example of what a plan would look like. We suggest actually you should put together a 6-month or a 12-month plan to be effective. But with some of our website designs, we do have a 3-month plan that we include with the website design to kind of get you kickstarted down that road. But here's what we need. You need to be listed with your local business directories. And when you get listed with them, Yelp, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, City Pages, Yahoo Local, all those, when you get listed with them, you're going to want to make sure that we're organizing your keywords on there as well, because some of these places will allow you to put a description of your business. And we want to make sure that we're putting a description that focuses on some of the main keywords that we're going to be using. Social media setup, you already have some of these social media set up. And as a matter of fact, let's just take a closer look at the social media setup that you got. Let's take a look at, here's YouTube. Okay, so you just have YouTube for this one. And this is just connecting to mine. Okay. So you have YouTube for this one. I think you had Facebook on the other ones. Okay. All right. Well, we would actually, since you already have Twitter and Facebook on the other website, if we did that website for you and we had this integrated marketing plan, we would upgrade the look and feel of your Twitter, your Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, and we also upgrade the look and feel of your YouTube. Now, your YouTube has a lot of settings there that you might not know about that you can take advantage of. They have keywords. You set up the basic information about your page. You want to make sure that you're getting deep into the advanced tools and making sure that you have links back to your website. You're verifying your page, and a lot of the other tools back there, annotations, adding cards, and cards and all that stuff, so that you're really getting the most out of your YouTube channel. But we would set all that up for you, customize all that for you. And let's say that it was a 3-month plan. We would actually do 3 blogs and post them once a month over the next 3 months. We would do blog link strategy, where we're linking some blogs that have keywords associated with the homepage or other parts of your page and link them together so that they're hyperlinked to those blogs. We post those blogs. We actually connect your blogs to your social media. So every time we do a blog post, it updates all your social media all at once, all at the same time with that same blog. We also do forum post marketing, where we get involved in conversations that have potential customers that are talking about what you do, and we get involved in some conversations and leave a link for people to kind of get redirected and start driving some traffic to your website. We convert the blog into press releases, so that we can also have a press release and an RSS feed on your website, and it helps to create a backlink and link wheels and get more exposure. We also have a YouTube channel that we set up for you, as I mentioned, but we also will go one step further, and we'll create a couple of intro videos that are optimized with keywords and the subjects linking back to your website and also your social media as well. And basically what we do is we do this once a month for the next 3 months. Not once a month, but we accomplish all these things. We keep adding these things over the next 3 months. And that's going to create a natural backlink, and it's going to create a natural link wheel, which is everything that you need, all the ingredients for search engine to look at your website with more respect and give you the results that you need. So if we can take care of this for you, I'll send you more information as far as the prices if you're interested. But basically what you need to do, even if it's not with us, you need to upgrade the look and feel of your websites. It's the first thing you do so that you can at least compete with your competition as far as the look and feel is concerned. Then you need to do your on-page basic SEO audit, which is what we talked about here. Making sure that your website is up to speed properly with the basic audit or the SEO compliance. And then you want to incorporate an integrated marketing plan that brings out all the heavy hitters to add value to your website's backlinks and link wheels, to get you more exposure, more respect on the search engines, and get you up towards the top of the search engines, if not the first page. But we have to do some work to get you up there. So I think just doing some of these simple steps, you're going to see some movement, and you're going to see better results. You're going to increase your conversion rates by at least 25%. And I feel pretty confident that if we take on this task for you, that we can really, really help you get all this accomplished. So let me know. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you'd like to learn more about what we can do for you. I have another video that I put together that you can take a look at that goes over our design plans. But if you're interested in that, just let me know. All right. I hope that I gave you enough information to kind of get excited about what we can do for you. And other than that, thank you for your time, and bye for now.